no problem.
You have diabetes. You have juvenile diabetes. So how
Type
does that
1
play
diabetes.
a role in your exhaustion and your? I mean, what does that exactly mean for your health-wise when you're doing something that's already physically grueling?
Yeah, it's just about keeping a close eye on it. You know, I have a dresser in the show, someone that helps me get ready and get in my costume and all that, and they also kind of help me with this and give them my little pouch with all my supplies in it. Anything I need during the show, I have it. And the thing about diabetes is there are good days and there are in-between days and there are some bad days. And
What's a bad day feel like?
A bad day, you know, would be when your blood sugar's high. The thing about, or when it's low, the thing about diabetes type 1, that is that it's unpredictable. You know, you can do your best to sort of manage it as you hope it's going to end up during the day and take the right amount of insulin, eat the right things, and have some physical activity. But one day it could just decide it's going to be more difficult than others. And yesterday, for instance, was one of those days where it was a bit more difficult, but I just kept a close eye on it and made sure I was feeling my best for the show. And luckily, I'm in the best health I've been in since my diagnosis. So
with all that dancing, I bet you are.
Has anything happened to you during a performance with the diabetes that you had to combat really fast?
Not during the show,
okay.
Not during How to Succeed. I've really tried to keep a close eye on it because it is a really physical show. But on tour with my brothers, you know, I've been a diabetic now for going on 7 years this year. And so, you know, over time, there have been moments where I felt low or a high blood sugar on stage. And
what does that feel like? Are you dizzy? Or
it's a horrible feeling. High blood sugar, you know, you feel really thirsty. You have to use the restroom, and you know, your attitude can be a bit shaken just because your body's out of sync. And when you're low, you feel like you might pass out and you feel a bit sick. And so both are a horrible feeling, and you know, it's just about dealing with it in the moments.
You know, my top assistant in Florida, her daughter was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes a little over a year ago at 2 years old or so. So
wow.
She's adjusting to that, and the nice thing is that with the proper medical treatment and care, she's basically living a very normal and productive 3-year-old life.
Is that why you're so vocal about it?
I think so. I think, you know, the thing that was different about my journey with diabetes, I was at an age where I had an understanding about it. I can't imagine, you know, the young people that are diagnosed 2, 3, 4 years old, where they're still getting a grip on life, and then to have to deal with this on top of it. And maybe it would make things easier if it's something you've dealt with from the time you can remember. But with me, I was at a place where I was kind of, you know, aware of how to take care of it, and it was a bit overwhelming because it was a complete life adjustment, but I was able to deal with it, and I've got great tools and a great doctor, and that's what I focus on.